It's Noah, checking in for another session of open conversation and reflection. Today, I'm just leaning into the moment, letting my mind wander, and sharing a few thoughts about where I am right now, and maybe a glimpse of where I'm headed. I've been talking a lot lately about faith, connection, and creativity. Three big words that keep popping up in my life. Faith, in whatever form, has been tugging at me. I've found myself more open to it, even if I'm not quite sure how I define it yet. Some days it feels like a gentle hand on my shoulder. Other days it's more like a question that won't let go. Is there something bigger than me out there? But maybe it's not about having a final, concrete answer. Maybe it's about staying curious, staying open, and letting the mystery guide me a bit. That leads me to connection, because let's face it, we live in a world where it's easy to disconnect from each other and even from ourselves. I've been inspired by folks like Carl Dunn, who talks about undoing the disconnect, and I'm finding that so true. We can have all the information in the world, but if we're not truly seeing or hearing one another, what's the point? For me, connection is an active choice. Reaching out to old friends, sharing a quick, thinking of you text, or pausing my day to ask someone how they're really doing. It's less about having a big dramatic moment and more about those small, meaningful gestures that remind each of us we're not alone. Of course, there's creativity, my third big word. Whether it's writing, snapping a photograph, or just letting my thoughts flow in a notebook, creativity grounds me. It's my way of processing the world, turning worries into words or heartbreak into something that feels a bit more hopeful. And as I look toward my future life, I realize I want creativity to remain a core part of who I am. I want to weave it into everything I do, be it through more podcast episodes, new blog posts, or collaborative projects that bring out fresh voices and perspectives. Speaking of collaboration, I've discovered something new about myself. I really enjoy listening to what others have to say. It doesn't always have to align perfectly with my own views. In fact, it's the contrasting opinions that help me grow. At times, I admit it's uncomfortable because it forces me to question long-held beliefs or confront certain habits. But I'm recognizing that growth often happens in those uncomfortable spots, So, where am I heading? That's the big question, right? If you asked me a year ago, I probably would have given you a blank stare, or I might have rattled off a list of goals that sounded good on paper, but didn't truly light me up inside. Now my plans feel more genuine. I want to keep nurturing an online space, a real community, where I can share my thoughts freely, bring in guests with different insights, and cultivate meaningful discussions that help us all see life from new angles. I also want to honor my creativity through photography and writing, capturing the beauty I see in everyday life, or reflecting on moments that made me pause and think, wow, there's something special here. Whether that beauty is found in nature, in a piece of music, or in someone's heartfelt story, I plan to keep celebrating it. Maybe I'll even launch a new creative series focusing on just that, the snapshots that move me, the small wonders that often go overlooked. Looking ahead, I'm mindful that not every day will feel inspiring. There are going to be bumps, health challenges, family matters, or just the weight of being human. But I'm learning that's okay. The journey isn't always smooth, and that's part of what makes it real and worth sharing. I'm learning to trust myself a bit more, trust the process a bit more, and trust that if I stay open, the right people and experiences will cross my path. So that's where my head's at today, at this crossroads of faith, connection, and creativity. I don't have all the answers. Maybe I never will. But I'm excited about the questions. I'm excited about the possibility that tomorrow, or next week, or next month will bring me closer to who I'm meant to be. And I hope, in some small way, you find resonance in these ramblings. Maybe it sparks your own reflection about where you want to go or who you want to become. Thank you for spending these few minutes with me. I'm grateful for your ears, your open mind, and the connection we're building here. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep reaching out, and remember, if you're feeling stuck or uncertain, you're definitely not alone. We're all in this together, figuring it out one day, one breath at a time. This is Noah, signing off. Take care, everyone, and talk soon.